All right. To be a part of the show, please connect with us at TVC Connect on Twitter and Instagram. And you can also stream live. You can just go to www.tvcontinental.tv. We are also just a dial away too. And numbers will be up right about now. Yes, I go by the name Amanda Dara.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ryan Essence Planners. I go by the name King OJ, but you could call me OJ. That's what it is.
Okay, you know, it's your girl right here. It's Jewel in the crown. It's your girlfriend next door. My name is Honeypot. All right, now, so what do we have planned for you today? There is entertainment news coming up very soon, celebrity birthday shout-outs. Then Rewind, where we'll take you through a quick history lesson of today in entertainment history.
Yes, right. After that, I'll take us over to the Tweetville corner for some humor and savagery from social media.
Then we'll talk about Nigerian beauty queens from way back on the Day Top 5 segment, after which Where Are They Now will come up after, where you'll be finding out your favorite Nigerian artists from back then, what they're up to these days.
Later, it will be time for the Chew It Off segment, where we'll take a minute to vent and then bring you a recap of all that you missed in the news. Right after that, our guest will join us on the show. Then we'll wrap it up with a Trendy Thursday. So let's get it started already. It's Splash. We'll be back after this break. Stay with us.
So yesterday I was listening to a very old song from the 60s, and it was potatoes, potatoes. Yeah. You say potatoes, yeah. I say potatoes, yeah. You say tomatoes. And the funniest thing is I was listening to the lyrics, and it was actually a breakup song. I can't remember the artist. But it was so soothing and soft that you wouldn't even know. Their type of music was just different.
How the songs can be very soothing. So I used to be on the night shift, you know.
Graveyard
shift, you know, on radio one time, and then we'd play all of the songs, and then how you play Ebony and Ivory, and the message with Ebony and Ivory telling you that look at the piano, you have the ebony, you have the ivory, and that you can always just live together, everybody, whether you're white or black. In harmony.
All right, it is time for us to go harmoniously into the entertainment news. Now, Taylor Swift and Ariana Grande gets the highest MTV VMA nominations. Now, the nominees for MTV Video Music Awards have been announced, with singers Ariana Grande and Taylor Swift leading the pack with 10 nominations each. Now, other nominees include Billie Eilish with 9 nominations, Lil Nas X with 8 nominations, Drake, Cardi B, DJ Khaled, Ed Sheeran, Lady Gaga, Travis Scott, Childish Gambino, and a list of others also get nominations in different categories. Now, the 36th edition of the MTV VMAs is set to hold on the 26th of August 2019 at the Prudential Center in New Jersey. Now, it's quite interesting because most times I feel like internationally we feel the big stars or the biggest stars are the rappers. Now, when you see people like the pop stars, the country stars, like a Taylor Swift and an Ariana Grande getting the highest nominations, it just makes you know that there is still this crowd that appreciates this kind of music, just like how we're saying, you know, with the oldies, there's still a crowd that highly appreciates this kind of music. So for me, I think don't be so quick to try to move into the rap and the hip hop, because you might just have your niche right there.
All of them still work because they have different people that listen to different songs, and it's good for them. Shout out to Lil Nas X with one song, Old Town Road.
And look at that.
Nominations already.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot of hard work. Childish Gambino too.
Yeah, true that,
congratulations. And for you to have been nominated, you have done something good. And now, even if you don't win at the end of the day, you're still being recognized.
Yes,
so right
indeed.
here, that is it about awards every now and then. We talk about this. All right.
Definitely. Let's move on to the next story. Meek Mill partners with Jay-Z to launch label. Yes, Meek Mill and Jay-Z are partnering and getting into business to bring Meek Mill's Dream Chaser label into the Roc Nation fold. According to reports, the two rappers signed a deal yesterday in New York City at the Roc Nation Midtown headquarters. The joint venture will see Meek Mill oversee the label and build a staff to sign and develop artists. The label will also handle its own operation, creative strategy, marketing, and business affairs. Speaking about the deal with Meek Mill, Jay-Z said, and I quote, "Everything he has done leading up to this point shows he's ready to lead the next generation. We look at the bigger picture. This is way beyond signing artists and having hot records." He further said, and I quote, "The overall and overarching view is for us to boss up and do things together and pull each other up and get control of the things that we produce." So Jay-Z, businessman, Meek Mill, getting into business. They're doing business right now.
Meek Mill was involved with a particular celebrity. Was it Nicki Minaj?
Yeah.
Was Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, Nicki
And
Minaj.
I remember at the time, people were like, what is Nicki Minaj doing with this guy? Now look at him. Signing with Jay-Z.
I've always believed in Meek Mill. You know, I don't know, when people, you know, people always take sides, and that is where you find that. That does not necessarily mean that that person doesn't know his job. And, you know, when you say stuff like this, I mean, I'm just so happy, especially with the fact that, well, it's not in this news, but like, you know, taking a cue from this, you know, you think about Mariah Carey and you think that like everything she's done with everything. And then you find Jermaine Dupri working with her, and she's doing well. I mean, did you listen to the recent stuff from Mariah Carey?
No, not
okay.
done so yet.
Well, she's still working and she's doing fantastically well.
Honestly, they're working underground. Someone like Jay-Z, up till like this year or last year, we were always saying he was Beyonce's video vixen. And now he's the richest black man in Forbes.
So now I'm who believes that was thinking that.
Still talking about this deal, I think every Nigerian African artist should learn from this. Meek Mill is still signed under Rick Ross's Maybach Music. Now, his own record label, Dream Chaser, is still under Maybach Music. Now, he's signing another deal with Roc Nation. So you can see it happens there.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, Drake is doing OVO, his own imprint.
Yeah.
OVO is still under Young Money, Cash Money, under Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is still under Cash Money, Birdman. So I'm tired of Nigerian artists.
And the label
they just want to start their own thing and leave their mother label.
But here's the thing, there's a structure. There's a structure. They know that their royalties are their royalties. They know that their pay is their pay.
We should be learning.
Here.
I agree.
So that you don't think that you can always manage. You can be a good artist and then you can't even manage a record label.
A bigger body over you. I think Chocolate City tried doing it when Jesse started his own Jags Nation under Chocolate City, even Ice Prince, Super Cool Cat. On Maven too, they are trying it.
I think
Maven
we'll
has
get there. We'll get there eventually.
Different producers under their label.
Exactly.
They have their own record label, but they're under Maven Records, and they're still Supreme Maven Dynasty.
I do hope that we get there very soon, because, you know, we've been talking about this for too long, and we keep talking about, you have artists here and they say, oh, you know, we don't have that structure, we don't have that structure. When are we going to have that structure? We can't just keep staying there and be talking about
few people
every time.
are coming. It's not very easy. That's the truth of the matter. Few people like Don Jazzy are coming out to change the game, like Chocolate City are coming out to change the game. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't take a lot of money, a lot of resources, a lot of time. Even the Mavings that we're talking about, a couple of months ago, they were under heat, saying that they didn't have any artists again and all of that. So even they are facing all these pressures.
Typical Nigerian guy. or girl will say, I want to become my own boss so that I don't share my money with somebody else.
Yes.
That's where we're getting the problem from.
And I really get what you're talking about. And that is why we do not have, like, a lot of people say, I am a songwriter. So you're an artist. Another person should be able to write for you. So now you are actually...
I want to be everything.
Designating duties. People should have different things they do. And we know your strength. We know that you're vast, but then this is your main strength. So you should focus on that.
Okay.
They don't want to share money in Nigeria.
I mean, because if we don't do this, I don't think the
We'll get them.
the royalty thing will come. You know, you can get paid, and especially with the fact that you're still complaining, we're going to beg people to promote our stuff. When do we get there? All right, so let's move on, guys. So Wendy Williams breaks down in tears talking about ex-husband. Now, it's been over 3 months since Wendy Williams split from her longtime husband, Kevin Hunter, but it's still a sore subject. During a recent interview on Sirius XM's Karen Hunter show, the TV host got emotional when asked if she had legally changed her last name.
She was about to ask, is there a way you people can come back together?
All right, so Wendy Williams filed for divorce in April after over 2 decades of marriage with Kevin Hunter, where she discovered he fathered another child with his mistress. She has also cut ties with him professionally, as he was removed as executive producer of the Wendy Williams show, and she dissolved the Hunter Foundation, the non-profit organization the couple founded in 2014. So guys, let's talk about this, especially with the fact that she got so emotional and she says she's at peace. So I think that when you look back, I mean, when you have reported a lot of people's marriages, or you know, and then you thought relationships, and then you thought your own was fantastic. Well, and then at the end of the day, this is coming, and then you have worked so hard. Well, it's so painful, but then you have to do what you have to do.
So for me, I think that with Wendy's relationship, I think they were having a bit of issues for some time, and it was just more of a trying to patch things together, because there was a time where Wendy Williams was reportedly on some drugs. She was said to have been using some drugs and everything. So she was obviously going through some stuff, which is why I can understand why she's so emotional, and she's also saying that she's happy and she's at peace. Because sometimes you can say, this thing has been going on for 2 decades, I want to make it work, I want to try, I want to protect our image, but it's so demanding for yourself, emotionally, mentally, physically, so stressful. So I'm happy that, you know, she's coming out of that.
So Karen saw how emotional this interview was going, and she even went for that by asking, do you think, so I guess the question she wanted to ask is, do you think you people can just come back together? And when did even let her, when did even let her land? Like, no. Well, I don't know, man. The bond, like how many years of marriage, over 2 decades, and the organization they funded together, the non-profit, everything just had to come to a pause, stop, and it's just crazy, man. Sad one.
It's crazy. I am not in her shoes, but then when you have given a lot, we have not really heard from the second party, but then, as they say that there are always 2 sides to a story, but then, I mean, when you look at this and you think that I was drained, especially talking about the drugs that you said. So if she was taking drugs because of this, and she passed out, she was having health issues because of these drugs, and so you were going to kill yourself. And you know that thing about what will people say, especially when you have talked about other people, and then you're thinking, if they know about this, what will people say?
Happen?
In fact, when she passed out, you know, when they said journalists went to our house, she was like, I'm a popular person, please, I don't want people to know what is going on. I'm fine, I'm okay, and all that. But then at the end of the day, when you get to this level, and as they say, time heals everything. Well, perhaps maybe not everything, but in the long run, I think you'd look back and then you'll be thankful that you have that peace. You did not kill yourself. You know?
And I don't think there's a chance for them coming back together. You know, there's a time, I mean, as women, there are times when you forgive, you just get to your limits and you're done.
Just move on.
And you just move on. So I feel like that's where she's at. She's at her peak.
And guess what? Wendy is actually going on dates and she's having a nice time.
How many guys now? Because there was a young boy, then later she now said it's a black man, it's a doctor.
So you know I like the fact that she said that she's not taking away the Hunter name, that is her son's name. I like the fact that she's not coming out to shame him. You know, most times when marriages fail, you know, some celebrities come out. Some celebrities come out and they come and rubbish the family name. But I like the fact that she's saying, you know what, I still respect this. This is my son's name. I can't take this away from him, but I'm removing myself. yourself away from this situation. You, who is talking about Tuntu?
So don't even change our son's surname to our own surname.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she
now
did
let's
actually.
focus
She did.
on Wendy.
Okay, yeah.
So I think that Wendy is doing this on purpose, like showing us different guys and saying this one is a doctor, this is younger, this is this. I think she's just having a good time in general.
She's just doing all of them.
Part
rounds.
of it is Pepe them.
Pepe
Part
them.
of
So
it.
she's
She's
doing-
having a good
she's doing
time.
everybody.
And yeah, of course.
All right, let's move on, Amanda.
All right, that is it on the entertainment news. Now, it is time for our celebrities' birthday shout-outs. Yes, today on Celebrity Birthday Shout-outs, we have American actor, comedian, and television host Matt LeBlanc. And we also have, talking about Matt LeBlanc, he's
Popular
from
for Friends.
Yes. I mean, I'm just looking at him and he's like,
yeah.
what? He's already getting
Award
old
winning,
and
yeah.
stuff.
And that character won him like 3 Emmy Awards
No.
from Friends itself.
I still watch Friends. I
Wow.
still
We
binge
moved
watch
I
Friends.
moved on. Like,
My
you know, they kept
goodness.
on showing it. Like, can't this series just end?
It can't. I was going to say we need a Nigerian version, but be careful what you wish for. All right, another person's birthday today is Jamaican singer and the widow of Bob Marley, Rita Marley.
Yeah,
Yes.
Rita Marley, I think she came to Nigeria during celebration 2000.
Wow, she looks Yoruba.
2014 or 15. She looks Yoruba because
She does.
she's Jamaican.
Lots of Jamaicans look that way. Oh my God, Amanda.
So that means we look like Jamaicans.
Oh my God.
I'm done.
Of course, special birthday shout out to everybody celebrating their birthday on
Yes,
this day.
we wish you the
Yes,
best.
happy birthday.
I think July particularly has a lot of
God,
people
I was
under that
waiting for
umbrella.
this.
No, I because
when
every
my
day it
month
to
comes,
work.
this
we
one,
rub it
July,
in
I
people's
think
faces.
she'll now use her honeypot
yeah.
accent. I think July has a lot of people. Yes, we know.
Okay, guys, focus. Don't mind this one. Up next is Rewind. Take a look to find out what happened in the world of entertainment on this very day in history.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to reality. From 2005, that was Mary J. Blige, Be Without You. Don't start any savagery right now.
Mary J. Blige.
Yes, we
All right,
do.
let's get into this.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is Tweetbee, where we bring you all the savagery, humor, and craziness social media has to offer in 5 minutes or less. So let's do this. Number 1 on our list is... So this tweet is from Sharon at @Sha_Ron, and she said, funniest thing about the master's class is watching people's father cheat during a test. Look at what people's father will be saying. My child, shift your hand, please.
Kai, this is bad.
This is so
So
embarrassing.
who goes to
So
master?
honestly.
Yeah, because masters, old people, young people, and of course somebody's grandfather or father is copying your work. My child, please, shift your hand.
At least he even said please.
What's number 1, my child?
And because you're African.
Me. Okay, let's even Yoruba man. Me. Kí ni number 1 níbẹ̀ yẹn? Jọ̀ọ́.
Ani baba mi, alright? Baba, I
No,
don't have time.
ouch. This is not nice.
We're sorry.
And it's so difficult. It's so difficult, even when the person who is trying to teach in the exam or like it's so difficult.
To not
because
say
it's-
no. How do you say no to that?
No.
Eh?
It has happened to me before, and I was saying
Wow.
It wasn't me asking.
Oh.
So it was
No,
literature.
yeah.
Or to explain it to the person that you...
So
yeah,
it was literature, and so maybe number 1 would be that you have read a particular poem or
Yeah.
something, and so they want you to
start-
So now, how do I begin to explain to that
Only
person?
you did not cheat in school. You will write it. You will write it on your booklet and pass
So
to the person.
because I didn't know
You not
what
tell the
to-
person to
Stop
give you some
teaching people
booklet.
nonsense.
Because I
OJ.
did not know what to do, and I did not teach that person, and I did not tell that person. I discovered that person just started keeping malice with
Of
me.
course, yes.
She stops greeting me.
What you're supposed to do is just write it on your own
I
question
could
paper.
not.
Then
I was like, so
She did the right thing. Let's move on.
Okay, yeah, true. Don't cheat.
Yeah.
Let's moving on. This is from @Mazi eBay, and it says, remember at the beginning of the year, we said this year is for seeing new places. Where have you seen so far? And at Nkechi_the net said, I have seen Shege. I think that's what Nkechi has seen now.
Yeah.
This year, I want to visit this, I want to visit this.
To be honest, I think
Where have you seen this year?
Shege. You Shege have seen. I won't even lie. I'm not saying she buy, not
Honey,
saying.
where have you seen? If you say Shege, yeah, we'll abuse you.
Hey, honey, you want to lie for us?
Don't lie here.
This one, she took herself out. Don't even listen to her.
So what do we have next? So this is at from @_Achi, and says, my mom will know my true colors the day I give her 5 invites to my wedding. Nothing more. I will not spend money on people I don't know. Then Baby T now tweeted, my uncle did this for his wedding, and my grandmother went and printed more
You don't
invites.
know who you are dealing with.
You don't know.
You don't know. I saw somebody's birthday.
You can't beat mothers.
The mom sent a WhatsApp group message, broadcast message to all her friends, including me. I'm cordially inviting you to my son's.
Did you see Like what? Did you see Talma, you know the comedian Talma, the young girl?
Yeah.
So it was a convocation, and so she was so excited and told her mom that, please, I want you, just you alone. And maybe later in the day we can go for dinner. So as she just saw that the car parked in front of her hall, and then the mother came out, the driver came out and said, how about the ushers? How about the convocation? Then she was trying to question her mom. The mom just landed her a slap. Is it because you are doing convocation that you think that you are above?
Like your mother will tell you that it's our marriage. Let's invite everybody so that my friends will know that my daughter is getting married today.
Nigerian. But I actually like it. I like our African mothers that are very extra. They have the tents ready. They have the chairs ready. They always have all those things ready.
They respect you.
It's not for you. Don't you understand? It's not your celebration. I think
they have their own special delicacy. Like they cooked separately from what you are doing.
I attended a wedding, and guess what? In fact, I was the MC of that wedding.
Yeah.
And the mother, the bride's mother, it was as if it was a wedding. Like so she came with a club, and they danced specially inside, and they stole the show.
Once you understand that it's not your wedding, it's not your birthday, it's not your convocation, it's not your matriculation, you'll be at peace with yourself. You understand? It's not your own. Forget about it. Later on you can do stuff.
So as the MC now behoves on you to now know that I have to help this
the bride and groom.
The bride and groom.
If you just go overdo, they will just say, hey, you're MC, I'm the mother of the day. Let's move on. This is from Achamin, and she said, I stole my boyfriend's phone one night, and as I was reading his text, I heard him say, when you're done, make sure you cry from outside. I want to sleep.
Who is this guy?
So she took the guy's phone.
Rubbish.
And she was reading a message. And the guy just already wondered because you will definitely see what to make you cry. So he just told her.
This is the reason why we say men are scum.
No, this is the reason why you shouldn't check.
What kind of message is this?
This is the reason why you shouldn't check anybody's phone. Just let it be.
But my darlings,
because you will see something that will make you cry.
If I am going to advise you to be sane, to remain sane in this life,
don't check people's phones.
That is their, please, mind your business.
Okay, so I agree with you. It's not good. It's good to have like privacy. But then you're now saying, go and cry outside.
Because
that's very insensitive.
No, because you will see what will make you cry. And that kind of cry that you come and be beating me, how dare you? So just be outside. How dare you do that? How dare you be outside? I'm warning you.
Is this from experience? Are you talking from experience?
OJ.
No, moving on.
Okay.
Wow.
This is from Atsifo. Yeah, the name is very long. South African name. And he said, I stole my neighbor's dog and sold it. Why helping her look for it? She talked about buying 2 more dogs. Anyone wants to pre-order 2 dogs and see Odunlade Adekola's face? Like,
mischievous.
I'm helping you look for the dog that I sold.
Oh my
And now
goodness.
you're now still telling me that you want to buy 2 more dogs.
I'm on this table.
We will sell it.
I feel like they will soon have a committee in my area to sell
your
all my
dogs.
dogs. Honestly, because it's like 2 a.m. That's when they're active.
Dogs are disturbing everybody in the neighborhood.
And then they now have different, falsetto, soprano kind of backing, bars. Then you hear, ooh. My neighbors are so upset.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So do we have any other one? Is it a wrap?
Oh.
Yes.
Good one.
Yes, my time is done.
So we're always having fun here. Thanks so much, OJ, for bringing this to us. Well, we are moving on, and up next is our daily top 5. Do not even move a muscle. Stay here with us.
All right, guys, it is time for Daily Top 5. And today we'll be talking about Nigerian beauty queens from way back. Now, in Nigeria, it's common knowledge that we have seen the proliferation of beauty queens up till now. Oh, yes. Now, we're talking about those gorgeous damsels who have won the crown of different pageants and have represented the country on the world stage. Now, today, we'll be throwing it way back to 5 ex-beauty queens that we are so proud of. Now, the first on our list, can we talk about beauty queens without mentioning Agbani Darego. What? Now, this beauty won the most beautiful girl in Nigeria in 2001. She later broke records by being the first Black African to win the Miss World title that same year. Now, Agbani Darego has been had a very successful modeling career, and you can agree that she's a role model to upcoming models and beauty queens. I remember that.
Agbani Darego is the yardstick.
What? I think everybody, the whole Nigeria was just backing her up.
Yes, and because she answered our questions brilliantly, you know, I still remember the question of the deserts, like, what will you take with you? And I think she said water, Bible, and something. I don't know.
It is so cute.
At times you watch some beauty project these days, and they're asking the girls question, and they can't even answer any question.
And I actually like how private her life has been from then and now. I mean, she has had a baby last year. She's been married. She's had her own fashion line, you know.
And she was not loud. She was not so loud about it.
Yes.
And she's still achieving stuff.
I agree. She did very well.
All right, moving on to a second person on our list, Bianca Onu Ojukwu. Yes, the daughter of the ex-governor of Anambra, won the most beautiful girl in Nigeria in 1989. She represented Nigeria in the Miss Universe beauty pageant and went on to win the Miss Intercontinental in 1989, making her the first Nigerian girl to win an international beauty pageant. Yes, Bianca Ojukwu.
Bianca is so beautiful.
Yeah. Bianca is, I mean, I'm not even sure we should call her Bianca because she's 51. So maybe we say Auntie Bianca. So she's an amazing woman. I mean, she has been a politician. She's a businesswoman. She is into so many things, and she has done so many things with her career.
And so I think that once you're a beauty queen, you get into it, you should have your life put together already, as in, you know, that when I come out of this, I'm going to milk this.
Next? Yeah.
I'm going to milk it. I'm going to, I mean, and the way I go about it will make or mar me, like how the whole life, your entire life would become at the end of the day would be what you make out of that beauty queen pageant.
And there were a lot of controversy after all of this. She now got married to Biafran warlord, that's Ojukwu, who was way older than her. Ojukwu was like her father's mate.
But then she didn't make it, she didn't make herself about that. As I said, in Goodluck Jonathan's tenure, she was a special assistant on diaspora affairs. So she built her own career, she built her own brand, and I really respect her for that.
All right, I hope people would not bring Regina Daniels. Oh, I'm just saying, so can we move on? All right, let's talk about Regina Askew Williams. Regina Askew took over the crown from Bianca Ojukwu. Then, when the former resigned halfway through her reign, she was crowned the most beautiful girl in Nigeria in 1989 and later took up acting and became one of the pioneering actors in Nollywood. Okay.
Regina Askew is still slaying. Like, she put up a picture recently. This was last week or so.
Yeah.
Like, God, can't you just get old and not speak?
See who's talking though.
He interviewed Regina Askew like some 2.5 years ago. Oh my God, her body is still banging. She's now a nurse. She's now a nurse in US. And to think that she has grown-ups and she's still looking that way.
Yeah.
And she's doing so much. I mean, she's a caregiver. She's talking about this. She's not even acting anymore. And you know how people just plan their career and you're not just too old to become anything you want to become in this life.
I just like the fact that she changed the narrative. I mean, once a beauty queen, once a very popular actor, now a nurse. It's not usually that line. And I'm very happy that she was able to do that successfully because, you know, most times you enter this entertainment industry thinking that we die here. It's not all the time. It's not all the time.
As I say, that there is time and season for everything.
Maybe because she relocated though.
Maybe, perhaps.
Planned out.
If she was still here, they would still be forcing script on her neck.
But it does not mean that you cannot still stay where you are and be relevant. If you understand what your plan or your purpose is in life, you can still be an actor and you're still making waves. Some people are still relevant and they're old. We talked about RMD the other day.
True. Very true. All right, moving on to the fourth beauty queen on our list, Nike Oshinowo. Now, Nike Oshinowo was crowned the most beautiful girl in Nigeria in 1991 and represented the country in the Miss World Beauty pageant that same year. Now, in 2010, Nike brought the Miss Nigeria franchise and became chief executive and creative director of the pageant. But it was short-lived.
I've not seen any diva
like Nike Oshinowo.
Like, I was in a room where a friend was interviewing Nike Oshinowo. like diva, like, don't touch it, don't touch it. And when she wants to laugh, her laughter is not. Like, I say,
you're
God,
going to kill me.
you can't sit there.
Come on.
When I say I saw a diva that day.
Well, I think she's into media. Is it presenting or?
She had a show. She had a show.
Okay.
Hey, God,
Wow.
diva. Like, after I just saw that, don't touch it, I just left that space before somebody would disgrace me.
She has babies via surrogate.
Yes, she can.
Wow.
The story went viral that she couldn't give birth, and she's not that. It's not weighing her down.
Babies or a baby. I'm not quite sure now.
I can't remember.
But then,
it's not, that situation is not even weighing that down at all.
Okay.
All right.
So now we move on. Omowumi Akinifesi. Yes, Omowumi Akinifesi's beauty, poise, and brains. One of the most beautiful girl in Nigeria. Yes, and she represented Nigeria in the Miss World Beauty pageant in China that same year. She went on to win the Miss Tourism International in Ukraine. All right, and she was in the station a while ago. And
Yes,
so
yes,
we still play our that stuff.
A montage because now she's into fashion. She's
Mm.
into fashion, doing a clothing line, and of course, it's just great that you see them transit from beauty queen, getting into other business, using that your fame to still push the narrative of doing good things. So
And then I think that pageantries are even easier now because then you know how you had to have the height and you had to have some specific, requirements. Now I can decide to just go for the next
Really?
MBGN. Will you guys vote for me?
They still have the statistics.
Hey!
So,
okay, maybe because there are different beauty pageants now. There's the plus size one. There's this one.
Why are you telling me plus like me?
No.
I don't understand.
I think it's just helping you to look at the statistics here.
And you now mentioned the plus.
No,
I'm upset, guys.
Amanda,
What?
you don't have to be upset.
Why?
Because plus size people too are human beings.
Okay, that's true.
So,
But I'm
Amanda,
not plus size. Don't look at me like that.
okay, so you might not know, but she's got
Wow.
a blankety blank, shape. Beautiful. This girl, fine.
Guys, I don't know what they're talking about, but up next we have Where Are They Now? Take a look to find out which Nigerian artist we're talking about today. And we are back. Thank you, Jay. All right, guys. So far, we've brought you the news, Rewind, Tweetville, Daily Top 5, and Where Are They Now? It is now time for us to chew it off in a minute or less. Now, one of us will rant about what is currently bothering them.
I'm happy. I'm good.
I'm grateful. I'm good.
Shout out to them traffic warden who are on the road.
Yeah.
You know how there's supposed to be road signs that this road is like one way. You can't do like a U-turn on this particular spot. And the signs are not there. Or maybe a tree is covering the sign.
Yeah.
And when you commit that crime, you see them just jump out and say,
out from nowhere.
but Oga, the sign is not there. Oga, that's not my business. The sign is actually not there. So shout out to you people. That's
I
all. Just leave this
wonder why they
conversation.
do this. So when you're going, it happens
They just
especially.
patiently wait for you to come.
No, but
The sign
are
is
those
not
the
there.
traffic wardens or the? I think they're more of the police.
The police.
I think it's more of the police.
Just the
Yeah.
police.
All of you.
So the police, the LASMA. Wait on, sir. So you see where it happens often is when there is traffic on the highway here, when you're turning from the office, CMG Road, you're going to motorways, the express.
Yeah.
When you see traffic there, and then you now decide to pass K2, inside K2, like you want to bust out from K2 to maybe Ikorodu Road, you now see that there is a way, you know that there is BRT lane here, and if you're not careful, you're just coming from that. So they're waiting for you. So if you just do that mistake, and so I think that it is just
for the road.
So I think that it is just a mentality here in Nigeria to behave like
why.
this, especially when lecturers too, wait for you. That as exam will come, you will fail my course.
I will catch you.
So I wonder why we're always.
But
like
be
this.
careful about that. Yes, just yesterday I read in the news about a young guy who was also accused of something like that, beating traffic regulations, and then he stood up for his rights. He went to the police station.
Changed it for him.
They changed it for him. And
Before.
no, actually, he changed it for them. He was angry because they put him under arrest for something he didn't do. So he broke the back screens. The next thing, they shot him.
Yeah,
They shot him. So be careful with that. I mean, just
that's why right now I'm saying shout out to all of you. Please, if tree is blocking that sign, please take it off or put the sign there. Let us see if it fell off. Yes, breeze blew it. It was there last week. It's not there this week. please look for a way to put it back.
Thank you so much.
So I think that what you even said, OJ can relate to it because OJ was coming to work one day and he just entered it.
Yes.
And the fact that OJ was wearing harmless, sleeveless,
Yeah, they just look at me like,
his hair.
this one.
You know, OJ is always like a gangster. You see him in his car. So he has this chain, the necklace.
Even
and
just
then
yesterday, I encountered SARS for the first time yesterday on my way home. And I saw the way they were raiding people's cars. It wasn't a typical, let me see your papers. It was, we're armed with guns.
Let me see your phone.
Let us see your car. Let us see your boots. Man, this country sometimes, I don't know.
Shout out to all of you, by the way.
So I am always doing the right thing because I am too proud to beg anybody. So most times I have my papers intact. So
very good.
Most times you stop me, I'm looking at you like,
Honeypot,
They will ask you for dustbin.
Honeypot, that's what I did. I was proud. I had all my papers complete. I drove myself to the station.
so they didn't even like the fact that you were proud.
I had the mind. You drove yourself.
You were like,
here.
you want to go to
You want to come and
PlayStation?
prove your point, Abi? Oh yeah, let's prove your point.
it was God that saved Ojo.
Everything changed. That's a topic for another day.
For another day, I'm telling you. All right, I have to stand up right now and go back to my seat.
Yes, moving on. It's time for a quick recap of the entertainment news, and of course, the first one we talked about is
Taylor Swift and Ariana Grande getting the highest MTV VMA nominations.
And of course, we talked about Meek Mill partnering with Jay-Z to launch Dream Chaser record label.
Wendy Williams breaks down in tears talking about ex-husband. And well, let us know you're watching the show this afternoon by calling us on the numbers on the screen and tweeting to us at TVC Connect with the hashtag /OnTVC. We are on Instagram too with the same handle, okay? All right, so go on this music break and we'll definitely be back. It is still Throwback Thursday. Stay here with us.
It is our usual tradition on Thursdays. We tend to bring artists from way back. And of course, some of them, many of them are still relevant this day. Yes, our guest today happens to be somebody that's been representing Ajegunle, representing Lagos, representing Nigeria, representing Africa. Yes, with his reggae raga sound. Ladies and gentlemen, today on the show, we have no one else than Chinagorum Onowa, a.k.a. African Yes, welcome to the show.
Welcome, African China.
Yes, thank you very much for coming. First, I'm envious right now.
You guys look alike, by the way.
Honestly, you
And
look
I'm
like
Your face are
brothers.
like
Trust me,
the color.
I wanted to ask.
Who cheated?
I think
It should be from his side.
Look at the dread now. Look at
How old is this dread that I carry?
okay, this is I've been carrying this dirt for 6 years, but I've been trimming.
You cut it, yeah.
I've been trimming,
Oh.
trimming
It
because
still
I
looks
didn't want
very
it to
good.
look very
Okay.
long. But now I think I'm going to leave it.
Everything is real, like all your hair.
Yeah, this one.
Wow.
I used to braid before now.
Everything
I used to
real.
braid all my
yeah,
my
true that.
hair were real braids. I don't add attachments.
Oh.
Wow.
It's real my hair. My kids are hairy.
But you know how annoying that can be when a guy has hair and then the ladies
Yeah, some people don't even have.
as much. Oh my God.
When we talk about it, their mom is like, I beg. I want to talk about something else.
All right,
have you been,
African
though?
China.
Yeah, thank
How have
you.
you been,
All right.
though?
I've been good.
So we know that you've been doing some things. I mean, I am following you on Instagram and I see stuff every now and then. So African China, let me put this to you. I don't know what you would make of this because a while ago, a follower said to you that why is it that you're posting the picture of the uncompleted building?
Social media.
I attacked the boys.
And then you went to, yes, you went on attack
Sometime
because
last
it
year.
is the typical you.
What time, though?
So, I mean, people are saying, so the question that person asked, why did you attack that person and what's your reason for posting your achievements like building or posting the uncompleted building?
Okay, good one. First, let me start by saying I'm a role model. And a lot of people post naked pictures of themselves, you know, twerking. Some will post themselves twerking. The guys will post themselves, post bills of how much they
Cash,
spent
yeah.
in clubs. you know, and how they bought champagne and all that. And for African China, representing a whole lot of people, a lot of young guys look up to. What do you have? Because we have to change the society, take it or leave it. Now, I'm posting this building because I want to tell them, listen, it is not about now, it is about tomorrow. I've been in this game now, this is more like 20 years, 21 years now in the business, known as African China in the world. Now, some are known for 5 years and they no longer exist. Just because maybe they have issues with their marketers or their promoter or their record label and they're no longer together and that money is no more coming, no forthcoming. You start seeing them dodging. It's because when this money was coming, you did not invest it.
That's true.
So for me, I want to talk to my fans, my followers, my diehard. That listen, because you know that's what people want to. Some people like there was one article I read and somebody said, he's broke. It was on the internet. He's broke, and I like, yeah. Do you understand? And I was like, yeah.
I understand where you're coming from. So you're saying you posted it as a way of inspiring the younger people to see that, okay, if you do work hard, you can get to this level.
Yes.
But what will you say about a lot of new school or new age celebrities, entertainers, actors, musicians who are on Instagram, on social media, just posting things that are very ostentatious, very high, you know, the high life, you know, they're posting their cars, you know. So it now leaves that inspiration and becomes pressure.
Yes.
Becomes pressure for the younger people. And intimidation. So where do you draw the line between inspiration and intimidation?
Okay. Where I draw the line between intimidation and impression is when maybe you might not be let's just say you might be a footballer, you might be a musician, you might be an actor, actress. You draw the line between your real self, who you are. You don't lie to yourself. Because trust me, one day the truth will surface.
That's true.
And when it surfaces, that's when we go back to what I'm trying to say. You start hiding. Why not just be you? Like I and Chichi was talking, we're talking about good old days, back in the days when you see your fellow celebrities, you guys meet in shows, you want to sit together, chit-chat together, because those are the people you can always relate with. When you guys sit down, you just, you know, Alfana, you just be free with yourself. But right now, you're only free with that carcass you think you have in your house. Then when you come out, one celeb is there, the other celeb is over there, the other one is that side, pressing phone. What are you pressing on that phone that every day they keep calling you and you're not picking up? And when you guys see, you say, I didn't see your call.
Okay.
I call it fake, fake life. And trust me, I've been like this. I've been living my life, enjoying my life the way it is. You see me, you don't see me finish. You don't see me. You don't have anything you want to say. And you know, I could remember my growing up days. We used to do this wording. This wording, you know, this joke.
To
abuse somebody in school. So then, you know, when you abuse yourself first, they don't have anything to say about you.
So true.
My nose big, I know. I'm waiting to talk.
Okay, so now African China, we know you are someone who's always, who's not afraid to tell the truth. So you have Mr. President, you have Letter to Mr. President, you have Crisis, you have like, you know, a host of the songs. All right, now, so when you talk about politics every time, what is happening in the country and all of this, I wonder if there would be a day we would wake up to the news that you have joined politics or you're not a politician or you're vying for a particular post. Have you ever thought about this?
Okay, a lot of people have been asking me, and there are some interviews I go for, and the listeners and sometimes the viewers, they call in and they say, we want you to go there. Let's see if there's going to be change. But you see, a tree will never make a forest. I might have the intention to want to change. But you see this so-called godfatherism And trust me, that's one thing we need to do. But if I eventually go into politics, sorry, I want to divert. The first thing I will do is I'll first of all start building prison. Then
prison?
Yes, I will explain why.
So I'll just cut off guard.
So then I will now like ban that. Do you know who I am? You see that very word? It becomes a crime in this country. Do you know who I am?
You know my father is.
Do you know who I am? Do you know who my father is? It becomes a big crime. Then by the time these words become crime, trust me, everybody, you know, there's sometimes you want to intimidate somebody, you want to say...
So do you think everybody will be on the same level?
You just like, you hold on to it.
That's interesting.
Do you understand? Then the reason why I said I'm going to build prison is because every little thing you do will send you to prison. If it is 4 months, three
Honey Pot, are you sure? Are you really sure you wanted
want to vote for him?
You're still on
So
this.
that's why I'm not going to go into that's why I'm not going to go into politics. Because a whole lot of things has to change.
OJ, you that are breaking traffic laws. You would have been in prison by now.
Briefly, like 2 days. 2 days, 6 months.
Then we now say,
1 week.
1 week.
so when we now want to address you, we say ex-con.
Escon. Yeah, Econ convict.
Okay.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go on a quick break, and of course, we'll see African China right here in the building. Don't go nowhere.
If I say O, you say P.
What? So did you see yourself?
Yes.
African China.
How does it feel?
I saw my twin brother. It was my twin brother.
What was the feeling? How were you feeling?
I feel great. I feel happy.
You should feel great and happy.
I feel good. It's me now. My growing up, this is my past. That was my before, and this is my now.
Okay, like, I mean, I'm still in awe that you're saying that this video was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, wow, fantastic. And if you look at Crisis, No Condition is Permanent, Mr. President, I mean, your songs had so much meaning. And, you know, it was telling a story of where Nigeria was at that time. And I'm looking at it in 2019. Are we still singing about the same things? As in, is the same thing still applying to us?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're still just...
So
down there
African
around
China, I mean, borrowing a leaf from what Amanda just said, you know, you've talked about Fela, how you attended his shows, but you never met him, and you're very close to Femi and Seun. Okay, Fela talked about all of these things too, and we're still here. So do you think we're just a joke and we're just going to keep merry-go-rounding, or something is going to happen?
We're just a joke.
Wow.
It's a direct answer.
Is it, we're just merry-go-rounding. Why is that happening?
Because the leaders are not serious. They know the truth. All what they do is their selfish interest. That's what they care for. They know the right thing to do. They all travel abroad. How can you, okay, let me just say this. How can somebody be minister of health and he still travels abroad for medical checkup?
That is, I get where you're coming from.
Then how can somebody say he's a minister for power? He has a generator in his house.
Okay, we've gone on a deep level with that.
Yeah, we'll get there. Let's just leave.
We're going to take it away from entertainment, and then we're going to get into politics.
Yeah. So I saw in an interview which was done like some years back. How many children do you have, African China?
Okay, I have 2 beautiful kids.
Okay, where did I have 168 children come from?
That's my foundation.
Okay.
It's a foundation.
Oh.
You know, yeah, trying to like take the kids out of the street thing. So every one of them, they are my kids.
Wow.
So that foundation is registered?
Yes.
Oh.
The love should be shared. We shouldn't segregate it. So I just call them my children.
So how do you source for fund? How do you take care of these kids?
Well, for now, the little I have, I put in. And when I don't have, I don't have.
Okay, let's talk about your music. I mean, I was on YouTube and I saw that, you know, your songs from 20 years ago, 5 years ago, people are still commenting. People are saying, this is evergreen. We want more of this. Are you still singing? Are you still very much into the music industry?
Obviously, the music is my first love. And I will never stop singing.
Okay.
Like, I have quite a number of new songs, even the ones I've recorded, but I've not shot the videos. And I have some I shot the videos. You know, the thing now is, the politics in
the music industry.
Yeah, should I say in the music industry? I wouldn't say it like the music industry. The politics in the mindset of some few, because the industry is so plain and fair.
Really?
Yes, for me, because if you take a good look, some of them they want to impose an artist on you. But those artists, then they blow, even when they put dynamite there, you know.
They're not going to blow.
The Almighty God is the one in charge of the industry. So, and everybody who blew today, nobody will come here and tell me he knew he was going to blow.
True that, true that, true that.
Okay, so African Chennai, that brings me to another one. I think somebody asked you before, somebody made a comment and said that, oh, your time is gone. Like, there are new people here now to stay. And you know how people say that there is time and season for everything, and some people are not meant to be in the game forever. So what was your response to that? Did anything like that happen?
Well, I didn't see
Oh,
that.
you didn't see that? Well, I saw something like that. So what do you have to say, especially when people think that some people are old and that, we are the new ones, oh.
Citing this rugged man, Mali issue, like your time don't pass, now we they in charge now.
My take on that is just, I look at those people like people don't take. Do you understand? Because you don't know nothing. Do you know how much do you know about history? Okay, let's just generalize it. History. You don't know nothing. If you know history, you wouldn't use that word. Why would you say that? Okay, if you use such a word, what is Jay-Z still doing? What is Beyonce still doing? Because you've limited your mindset to that of, you know what, this is it. We are the new generation. Who told you you're a new generation? If you say the new generation, you wouldn't even talk. You're talking about new generation, that your time is gone. Hello, 20 years, people are still.
Yeah.
I still come to shows, I kill the shows, and everybody leaves. And you have just one track. That when you go to show, you say, DJ again, repeat the song. Now, okay, I need some girls, some beautiful girls to come shake, twerk for me. Same song, DJ. And you say, so
what do you think about the quality of music right now?
The quality of music increased. Yes, the quality, the sound increased.
The sound increased.
The sound increased, but lyrically it dropped.
I think I agree with that, because production and everything.
Don't you think it's a problem, like, people know the situation in the country right now. They just want to dance. They don't want anything to think about. I don't want to hear
Are you sure that's not a mindset too?
It's a mindset. Like, if you listen to Food Nade, Brother Water, it's danceable. People dance to it. If you listen to Not the Job and they do, they laugh, it's danceable. If you listen to London Fever, it's danceable. But they are all situation songs. So it's a mindset.
I've learned to.
Because you don't want to do that homework. It's like the other day I was listening to Vector. He didn't know, the day I met him, I shook hands with him and I hugged him. I just went and sat down. But he didn't know why I did that. I did that because I took my time. I went to YouTube. I was playing his songs. I was listening to his interviews and things.
He's a deep guy.
He's a deep guy. He sits down. And another person I also respect that same way is Eva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
So you see, sometimes we just need to give kudos to some people and stop fooling around just because we want this one, because he's raving now. Trust me, when they stop raving, they don't have friends and families anymore.
Tell them.
They should know
that
this.
people are not that loyal.
Okay.
That people are fickle in this life.
Now, let me put you on the spot. I heard you weighed in on this conversation between Blackface and Tubaba, the issue on ground. Now, what's your take?
My take on that issue is the same thing I stand on, that this matter has been roving over and over and over again. I think Blackface should just, you know, he's my friend. Tu is my friend. We're both family. Do you understand? And the same thing I said before, I would say, Blackfish just allow everything to slide. Let's see how we could make good use of the future. Do you understand?
Yeah.
The songs that you were talking about, okay, even if they give you back that song, what would you do with it? So why not, like, I will use myself as an example. When I had my issues in London, you know, when I came back, not everybody that wanted to listen to the real story. So and I didn't bother to tell anybody. I just went to the studio, recorded my thing, and I started hearing people saying, they don't ban them for London, not to go London, not to enter London. The guys, yeah, it's okay. I went to London and I shot the video.
True. Yeah.
So sometimes
in
the
action
speaks more than you coming out to rants, you know. Like my father would say, an empty drum would beat boom, 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 boom.
Makes the loudest
loud noise. But the one that has water,
Oh, wow. Well, we could go on and on with you, Black... Oh, my God. Where did I...
Black China. I swear.
African China.
My lawyer, are you watching?
African China. I beg. You know that I'm not like that.
It's because you're wearing black.
You people just entered my brain like this, I'm busy.
And I'm wearing black too.
I am wearing black. Oh my God. Thanks so much, African China, for coming on the show today. You're such a vibe.
You
and we love you. Thank you. Keep speaking the truth. We wish you the very best.